Welcome to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the hidden narratives that shape our understanding of the world. Today, we find ourselves in the charming city of Salisbury, North Carolina, nestled in the heart of the Piedmont region, where the gentle slopes of the Appalachian Mountains give way to the rolling hills and fertile valleys of the eastern United States. As we delve into the origins of this fascinating city, let us first set the stage with a brief overview. Salisbury, with its rich history dating back to the 18th century, is a city that has been woven from the threads of colonial ambition, Native American heritage, and the indomitable spirit of pioneers. As we venture into the earliest history of Salisbury, we find ourselves in the year 1753, when the area was first settled by European colonists, primarily of English, German, and Scotch-Irish descent. These intrepid settlers were drawn to the region's abundant natural resources, including the Yadkin River, which flows gently through the city, providing a source of fresh water, fertile soil, and a means of transportation. The surrounding countryside, with its dense forests of oak, pine, and hickory, offered a bounty of timber, game, and other essential resources for the early settlers. One of the key figures involved in the development of Salisbury was John Lewis, a Scots-Irish settler who arrived in the area in the early 1750s. Lewis, along with other pioneers, played a crucial role in shaping the city's early history as they established trade relationships with the Native American tribes, including the Catawba and Cherokee, who had long inhabited the region. These interactions, while often complex and fraught, facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultural practices that would come to define the city's unique character. The colonial era saw the establishment of several key institutions in Salisbury, including the Rowan County Courthouse, which was built in 1757, and the nearby Thyatira Church, founded in 1753. These structures served as hubs for community life, providing a focal point for social, economic, and spiritual activities. The courthouse, with its sturdy stone walls and wooden beams, stood as a symbol of authority and governance, while the church, with its simple yet elegant design, represented the settlers' deep commitment to their faith. As the city grew, so too did its infrastructure, with the construction of roads, bridges, and other public works that facilitated trade and commerce. The Great Wagon Road, which connected Salisbury to other major cities in the colonies, played a significant role in the city's development, as it enabled the transportation of goods, people, and ideas across the region. The road, which wound its way through the rolling hills and dense forests of the Piedmont, was a testament to the ingenuity and perseverance of the early settlers who had carved out a thriving community in the wilderness. The early years of Salisbury were also marked by significant events, including the creation of Rowan County in 1753, which designated Salisbury as the county seat. This designation brought a measure of stability and legitimacy to the region, paving the way for further growth and development. The city's strategic location, at the confluence of the Yadkin River and the Great Wagon Road, made it an important center for trade and commerce, as merchants and traders came from across the colonies to buy and sell goods. As we explore the earliest history of Salisbury, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of a new era, one that would be marked by unprecedented growth, innovation, and transformation. The city's precursors, those intrepid pioneers who dared to dream of a better future, had laid the foundation for a metropolis that would become a beacon of progress and prosperity in the region. And so, we shall proceed to the next chapter in the story of Salisbury, where we will witness the city's rise to prominence, as it became a hub of commerce, culture, and intellectual curiosity, shaped by the interactions of its diverse inhabitants, and driven by the spirit of innovation and enterprise that has always defined this remarkable city. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the fascinating city of Salisbury, North Carolina. As we enter the 19th century, Salisbury is undergoing a period of rapid transformation, driven by the expansion of the railroad and the growth of industry. The arrival of the North Carolina Railroad in 1855 brought new opportunities for trade and commerce, connecting Salisbury to other major cities in the state and beyond. The city's strategic location, at the crossroads of the railroad and the Great Wagon Road, made it an important center for the transportation of goods and people. One of the key industries that drove Salisbury's growth during this period was textiles. The city's first cotton mill, the Salisbury Cotton Mill, was established in 1882, and soon other mills followed, including the Yadkin River Cotton Mill and the Salisbury Manufacturing Company. These mills brought new jobs and economic opportunities to the area, attracting workers from across the region. The textile industry also spurred the growth of related businesses, such as dyeing and finishing plants, and warehouses for storing cotton and other materials. As Salisbury's economy grew, so too did its cultural landscape. The city became a hub for education and the arts, with the establishment of several institutions, including the Salisbury Academy, which was founded in 1790, and the North Carolina School for the Deaf, which was established in 1894. The city also hosted numerous cultural events, including concerts, theater performances, and lectures, which drew visitors from across the region. The late 19th and early 20th centuries also saw significant advancements in Salisbury's infrastructure, with the construction of new roads, bridges, and public buildings. The city's first electric streetlights were installed in 1890, and its first telephone exchange was established in 1892. These improvements helped to modernize the city and make it more attractive to businesses and residents. Another important aspect of Salisbury's history during this period is its role in the Civil War and Reconstruction. The city was a key supply depot for the Confederate Army, and its railroad played a crucial role in transporting troops and materials. After the war, Salisbury became a center for freedmen's schools, which provided education to newly emancipated slaves. The city also experienced significant growth during the Reconstruction era, as African Americans moved to the area, seeking new opportunities. One notable figure from this period is Elizabeth Maxwell Steele, a prominent educator and activist who founded the Steele School for African American Children in 1885. Steele's work helped to promote education and equality in Salisbury, and her legacy continues to inspire residents today. As we explore the history of Salisbury during this period, we find ourselves immersed in a world of rapid change and transformation. The city's growth and development were shaped by the interactions of its diverse inhabitants, including European Americans, African Americans, and Native Americans, each contributing their unique perspectives and experiences to the city's cultural landscape. As we conclude this segment of our journey through Salisbury's history, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of a new era, one that would be marked by unprecedented challenges and opportunities. The city's precursors, those intrepid pioneers who dared to dream of a better future, had laid the foundation for a metropolis that would become a beacon of progress and prosperity in the region. And so, we shall proceed to the next chapter in the story of Salisbury, where we will witness the city's continued growth and evolution, shaped by the forces of history and driven by the spirit of innovation and enterprise that has always defined this remarkable city. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the fascinating city of Salisbury, North Carolina. As we enter the mid-20th century, Salisbury is facing significant challenges. The textile industry, which had driven the city's growth for decades, is in decline. Many of the city's mills have closed, and jobs are scarce. The downtown area, once a thriving hub of commerce and activity, is now filled with empty storefronts and a sense of decay. The city's population is also declining, as young people leave to seek opportunities elsewhere. Despite these challenges, Salisbury's residents remain resilient and determined. In the 1960s and 1970s, the city undergoes significant urban renewal efforts, with the construction of new buildings, roads, and public spaces. The city also invests in its educational institutions, including Catawba College and Livingstone College, which continue to thrive and attract students from across the region. One notable figure from this period is Ralph Kettner, a prominent businessman and philanthropist who played a key role in shaping Salisbury's economic development. Kettner was instrumental in attracting new industries to the area, including the food processing company, Food Lion, which was founded in Salisbury in 1957. He also worked tirelessly to promote the city's downtown area, supporting efforts to revitalize and restore its historic buildings. As we explore the history of Salisbury during this period, we find ourselves immersed in a world of change and transformation. The city's decline and rebirth are shaped by the interactions of its diverse inhabitants, including European Americans, African Americans, and Native Americans, each contributing their unique perspectives and experiences to the city's cultural landscape. In recent years, Salisbury has continued to evolve and grow, driven by a renewed focus on downtown revitalization and community development. The city has invested in new amenities, such as the Salisbury Greenway and the Bell Tower Green Park, which have helped to attract new businesses and residents. The city has also worked to preserve its historic heritage, with the restoration of iconic buildings like the Salisbury Depot and the Maroney Theater. As the historian Carl Degler once said, "The past is not just a series of events, but a complex web of relationships and experiences that shape who we are today." This is certainly true for Salisbury, North Carolina, a city whose rich history and cultural heritage continue to inspire and guide its residents. As we conclude this segment of our journey through Salisbury's history, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of a new era, one that is filled with promise and possibility. Join me, dear listeners, as we reflect on the lessons of the past and look towards a brighter future for this remarkable city. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.